Matilda was a young, beautiful woman who had a husband that loved her very much. He was kind, patient, and always tried to make her happy. Together, they lived a simple and modest life in a small apartment in Paris. But Matilda was never satisfied. Deep in her heart, she longed for wealth, beauty, and admiration. She dreamed of grand houses, fine dresses, and sparkling jewels. Each day, her modest surroundings reminded her of what she did not have. Matilda's husband, Monsieur Loisel, worked as a clerk at the Ministry of Education. His salary was small, but he was hard-working and honest. He took care of Matilda whenever he could. Sometimes he brought her small gifts, a ribbon, gloves, or a flower, to make her happy. Though his gestures were simple, they came from love. Monsieur Loisel was content with their modest life. All he wanted was to see his wife smile. But Mathilde longed for more than comfort. She longed for splendor. Matilda had a wealthy friend, Madame Forestier. Whenever she visited her, Matilda was surrounded by luxury. Madame Forestier lived in a grand house with elegant furniture, shining mirrors, and beautiful decorations. Each visit filled Matilda with longing. She compared her own simple home to her friend's life of comfort and riches. The more she saw, the stronger her desire for a more glamorous life became. One evening, Monsieur Loisel came home with a letter in his hand. It was an invitation to a grand ball at the Ministry of Education, attended by the wealthy and important people of Paris. He gave it to Matilda proudly, hoping she would be pleased. But Matilda's face fell. She had nothing suitable to wear. She said she would rather stay home than attend the ball, looking poor. Monsieur Loisel, wanting to please her, used his savings to buy her a beautiful dress. Though it cost him dearly, he wanted his wife to be happy. Mathilde smiled at the gift, but soon realized something else was missing. She had no jewelry to complete her appearance. A beautiful dress without jewels would not be enough. Monsieur Loisel suggested she borrow jewelry from Madame Forestier. Mathilde agreed. Madame Forestier welcomed her warmly and opened her jewelry box, filled with sparkling necklaces and gems. Mathilde chose a dazzling diamond necklace, confident it would make her shine at the ball. Madame Forestier lent it to her without hesitation. At the ball, Mathilde was radiant. She was admired by everyone. Men turned to look at her. Women whispered in envy. She danced, laughed, and for one magical night felt as if she truly belonged to the world of wealth she had always dreamed of. When the celebration ended and Mathilde returned home, she discovered the necklace was gone. Panic filled her heart. They searched everywhere, the dress, the carriage, the streets, but the necklace had vanished. Fearing shame, Mathilde refused to tell Madame Forestier the truth. Together, she and her husband decided to replace the necklace. They borrowed a large sum of money and purchased a new one that looked identical. From that day, their comfortable life ended. For 10 long years, Mathilde worked tirelessly. She cleaned houses, scrubbed floors, and did every heavy chore imaginable. Her beauty faded, her hands grew rough, and her dreams disappeared. Monsieur Loisel worked late nights and took extra jobs to pay off the debt they had accumulated. Slowly, every penny was repaid. One day, Mathilde saw Madame Forestier walking down a street in Paris. Summoning courage, she approached her and confessed everything, the lost necklace, the replacement, and the 10 years of suffering. Madame Forestier was shocked. Then came the revelation. Madame Forestier explained that the necklace Mathilde had borrowed had been fake. It was worth almost nothing. Mathilde was frozen in disbelief. 10 years of toil, poverty, and hardship, all for a necklace that had no value. The story of Mathilde Loisel teaches us that pride, envy, and obsession with appearances can lead to unnecessary suffering. Contentment and honesty are far more valuable than any jewel or treasure.